We're looking at the CompTIA Network Job Bootcamp today, and it's often described as the gold standard for anyone trying to get into IT infrastructure. It's a vendor-neutral certification, which apparently means it doesn't just teach you one company's technology, it covers the whole spectrum of wired and wireless networking, cloud, and even virtualization.
Exactly. And that vendor-neutral part is the real hook. It means you aren't tied to just Cisco or just Microsoft. You become the person who can walk into any server room and actually understand what's going on, regardless of the logos on the hardware. In a world of specialized silos, being vendor-neutral means you aren't just hired for what you know about one product, but for your ability to solve problems across the entire network.
Right. So, it's about building a foundation that works everywhere. But for most people, I imagine the biggest question isn't just what you learn, but what that knowledge is actually worth in the job market. So let's talk numbers, because the ROI here is pretty striking. According to ZipRecruiter, the average salary for someone with a network DOS certification is over 1 cents in a year. For top earners, that figure climbs all the way up to 1 cents in yuan.
And it's not just about the paycheck, it's the variety of doors it opens. We're talking about moving beyond basic tech support into roles like network field engineer or system engineer. These are the jobs where you're actually building and protecting the core infrastructure of a company. You're spending about 350 yuan on an exam voucher to unlock a career path where the average salary is over 7万yuan. That's an ROI you rarely see.
That makes sense. What's interesting to me is the spread. The data shows the majority of earners are between Wu Atlanta man and Zhou man. It really highlights that while the certification gets you in the door, those other factors, like location and years of experience, are what let you scale your income so quickly once you're in the field. So, the money is clearly there, but the exam itself is known for being pretty rigorous. Let's look at how SPOTO actually gets you ready for the big day. The structure of the bootcamp itself is a 5-day intensive. You start with the fundamentals like IP addressing on day Y, move through security and troubleshooting midweek, and by day Wu, you're doing pure exam prep.
I love that. They don't just teach the theory and wish you luck. Including the voucher and ending with a dedicated prep day means the goal isn't just learning, it's certification. This isn't a slow burn semester course. It's a 5-day tactical strike on the curriculum that ends with the exam voucher already in your pocket. It's designed for someone who wants to change their career trajectory in exactly 1 week.
It really does seem like a complete package from the first cable you learn to plug in to the final certification that proves you know what you're doing.
Absolutely. If we were to boil it down, it really comes down to a few key things. First, you get this broad versatility because it's vendor neutral, making you valuable across all kinds of hardware. Second, the earning potential is significant, with an average salary over 1 cents in yuan and a really high ceiling. Third, the skill set is comprehensive, covering both traditional wired networks and emerging tech, like the cloud. And finally, the bootcamp itself is an all-in-one package that takes you from student to certified professional, exam voucher included.